Uh, Good evening to you all. Thank you so much. It's nice to be back together again in the program after a long break. Mhm. All right. Sorry that we had some delay today. You remember that the Bible says it is not good that the man should be alone. So I'm alone here, and I've had to struggle with some of these technical stuffs. So that is why that is why we have this delay. So I'm happy to welcome you all back to class. And from the look of things, we have just some three more classes maximum, three more classes maximum, and this program will come to a close. I want us to celebrate ourselves, all of you who have been part of the program from the beginning right until now. Can you give yourself a round of applause? You are a fighter, you are a winner, you have an unbroken spirit, unbreakable spirit. You are a hero for coming all the way from January up until now. You are a hero. And I'd like to especially celebrate you. We're just coming back from the we're just coming back from the sexual purity conference, and a number of you were there physically, uh, which I which I especially appreciate that you could make it down. All of you who were able to come. Thank you for coming. Those of you who could not come, I promise you that the records are available for your edification. Okay, so all right, where we got to before we went on that break, we were to discuss financial peace in marriage. And I believe that a number of you have already gone through the materials, and you have something to share with us. Wisdom or powerful? Powerful wisdom. Are you there? Wisdom or powerful? Yeah, Adebayo Gunwi, you raise your hand. Yes. Is it a mistake or deliberate? Is wisdom or powerful there? Wisdom Kanayo or Kafon or the fiancé and Obong, please. Is there any of them online? Or they are not online? Is Adio, the incoming Adios, are they online? Areo, I mean, Areo. The incoming Areo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So, can you help us? Can you bear the cat? We are reviewing from episode 76 down to
To
episode
that
92.
two, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
So can
just
you
take
pick it up for us?
I'll just take two or one points from each episode. So episode 76 talks about the day my wife emptied her bank account. So in this, what I learned is that the cost of subservience, which is the societal norm, that every woman has been vetted into the new covenant must be redeemed from. So a lot of women usually feel like, oh, it is the man that is the sole provider. But this is more like the cause of subservience after Adam and Eve fell. So we need to get out of that mindset. Then financial oneness should be practiced in courtship for ease and practicability in marriage. So you should not wait till you get married, but while you are even in courtship. Then for complexity of financial peace, what I learned here is that as finance has a lot to do with the matter of the heart, so oneness in financial matters is crucial because if there's no access, there will be no access to each other's plans, goals, and aspirations. So it is better to be open and transparent. Couples can render help, but not at the detriment of their financial health, especially to maybe to family members and all that. Then 85 talks about injustice of parental neglect, which I learned personally here that in as much as we, in this our new generation, we are like, oh, we are living our own lives, we should give our parents. But the truth of the matter is that they sacrificed a lot for us to get to the level where we are. And the person that has found us to be that kind of person, it was because of the handwork of our parents. So we should do our best to take care of our parents and not deprive them of the joy of eating their children's food. Episode 86 talks about the right approach to extended family giving. What I learned here, sir, is that the couple can decide on how the money will be shared equally according to the needs of their families per time. So it shouldn't be that for every need that comes from extended family, we must always need it, but it should be shared accordingly, and there should be a percentage towards that. Then episode 87 talks about don't let your wife hear about it. What I learned here is that in case a family member displays a gesture of encouraging secrecy, a spouse should respond in such a way that shows that there is openness. So, for example, if one of the family members comes to say, I want to ask of this, but don't let your wife know. But when you show them your body language and the way you respond, you tell them that I'm not the one to keep secret with you because my wife or my husband will definitely know about it. Episode 88, I can't buy until my wife agrees. Yeah, I learned that without learning how to submit to each other, it will be difficult to run a system of financial oneness. So a couple must learn how to submit. Even as they are submitting their bodies, they are also submitting their finances to each other. Then 89, can I still use my property when we fight? Couples must be joined together in their possessions. Couples, when they begin to block access to each other's properties, they give room for separation, which can lead to disaster. 1890, disadvantage of financial individualism in marriage can lead to loss of intimacy and becoming a total stranger, an emotional stranger, and emotional independence, which is very dangerous to the marriage. 91, disadvantage of financial individualism part 2. I learned here to summarize that the house will continue to endure unrest and constant rivalry because the man's ego will be bruised by the wife's independence, which in turn make the man find ways to bring her down by all means. So oneness is very, very important in this. Finally, 92, in everything, give thanks. Um, Couples must learn to recognize the hard work and diligence their partners are putting to make income for the family. On a just a short contribution, I was listening to a radio program and the presenter was saying when last the women thank their husband, and a lot of women called that program and said, in fact, thank God for the program that a lot of them do. They just feel it's the man's duty to do all that, but they realize that if you are not thankful, it will make the man feel tired and easily wear out. So I learned that we should thank each other for everything, for the food, for the intimacy, for the provisions and chores. That's all I learned, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow, wow, amazing. A round of applause for him. I think that's a great one. Great, 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 great summary. Great summary. It shows that he really read it. I don't know whether you guys are still listening to the audios. I hope you know that audio is back now. Beyond the articles, are you still listening to the audios? It was only it's only sexual the sexual aspect that didn't have audio, like that. Even though we even have audio, the sexual fire retreat, but on this finance, there's an audio message. Have you been listening to the audios or you are just reading the articles? Mr. Areo, for example, did you listen to the audios or just the articles?
I read only the article, sir. I will look for the audios on Telegram,
Yeah,
but
so
there were lots of articles. Yes, sir.
okay,
Other
Wisdom of
audios.
Capo. So the audios are back. Oh, the audios are back. For the remaining, we have just three more class, three more aspects. Finance. Okay, it's just two self. Finance and in-law relationships. So the audios are available. Yeah, Wisdom of Capo, are you just joining? I've been trying to get your attention. Wisdom of Capo.
Sorry, I've been here for like 10 minutes now.
Okay, what about your fiancé?
She is not yet here. She doesn't have a phone close to her, I guess.
All right. So let me hear from you some of the aspects of the last day or the episodes on finance that was a great blessing to you.
And finance, we learned the bulk majority of the stuff we know from the courtship course, but this
Yeah.
one laid more emphasis on involving the family members in the finances. In the courtship course, we emphasized financial oneness between both couples, but now I guess it was expanded to the in-laws as well. So the idea of sending monthly stipends to your family, I think that the catchiest one was I send to her family and she sends to my family. That way, it can also help to build that family oneness in all of us. And I love the way you shared how you do it, you and your wife, the way you guys do it, and how you told your mother-in-law, mixing the names and all of that, and actually sending her money and all of that. So finances, I don't know, for some reason, it's one of those things in life where it can be a reason why someone loves you very much, and it can also be a reason why someone hates you very much. So using that as an opportunity to draw even closer to your family, your in-laws, and everyone at large, I see it as a great technique to make that happen, because we need money for virtually everything in life. So if I come into my
Hey, hello. It appears we lost him, or is it network? Is it just hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear him again?
We can't hear him. We can only hear you, sir.
Oh, unfortunately, we lost him. Fortunately, we lost him. Okay, fortunately, we lost him. All right. While we wait, Papa T, I don't know whether you have whether you have walked through. Let me check. Whether you have walked through. Have you walked through this finance aspect?
Yes, I will send the review song.
A review. Okay. So maybe we should hear from you. What stood out the most for you? Yeah, we did this under courtship segment, but certainly there are some new flavors that have come in this marriage segment. So,
All right.
is there anything that you'd like to share with us? Something quite
Yeah,
inspiring. Yeah. Mm.
basically going by the way of the best speaker, I will just maybe adjust the episode. I mean, episode by episode. The episode 76 was, I mean, the one that talked about the day Madam has emptied her account for you. In fact, we just I and my fiance deliberate on that episode because I mean it has a lot of message because the acts reveal the deep financial unity that both of you have built, which is on biblical virtue, I mean virtue, mutual trust, and share responsibility. I mean, and it also rejects traditional gender rule that embraces oneness in financial decision. You know, most people believe that okay, being the husband, you have to put your hair for everything. But at least the act itself shows that okay, this is something that you guys have built for long. And episode 77, the complexity of financial peace, which talk, I mean, where you highlight the financial peace that is challenging due to income gaps, money habit, and trust issue. True marital oneness must include finance. I mean, it doesn't mean that okay, because I mean this person is earning higher. It's not just about the money, but the art behind it, the humility, the sacrifice, and the spiritual maturity. The episode 50, I mean 85, the injustice of parental neglect. Most people, I mean, we found like I mean from the episode that most people neglect their parents because of I mean they are now married, they don't cater for their parents. Most people even like there's I mean I think towards the concluded part I was talking about taking some people even take their pastors ahead of their parents, which these are the people that have labored on you, and it is biblically stated. It's inside the Bible that your parents giving to your parents is both not just moral, it is also biblical, and it's a regular thing that we must be doing to encourage. I mean, because of the labor, everything they put together. 86, I think that one talk about the right approach to extended family giving. Like that one was talking about not saying, okay, because we want to give to a family, you have to be equal. You have to be based on where the need is coming from. Which family has more need? Don't say, okay, because we have put our family, we are doing a one, we are running a one finance, this and that, we should not be sharing it equal. No, it has to go to the family, the extended family that need more help as at that time based on genuine need, and using equality only when I mean it comes to maybe December or any festive period we can do that, but on the other months it should be based on those that have the need more, not sharing it equally. We should use equity, that's in equity over equality. That's what that place is
Yeah,
talking about.
100%.
Then yeah, then 87, don't let your wife hear about this. I mean, Bible said it is only. I mean, there's a word that says it's only in Christendom that 1 + 1 equals to 1. Other one mathematically equals to 2. So once you get married, there's nothing that must be coming to you that you shouldn't get to your wife, because you guys are now one. After marriage, secrecy with extended family is unhealthy. Spouse must share everything and reject any attempt by family to exclude their other. Full transparency strengthen unity. That's what the 87 is talking about. And 88, I think that's what I talk about. I can't buy until my wife agrees. And financial submission goes both ways. A personal story, I mean, the one you illustrated on how mutual consent and trust is financial. I mean, matter how you send your money to her and you have things to do that you are still telling her, like, not because I mean because it's your money, but it is now you are together. If you want to buy anything, don't just say because it's my money, then I can do whatever I want to do. No, it's still the same family money. Even when one hears, both should decide to, I mean, how to spend the money. Even if I'm the one that is earning more, we should come together and decide how we want the money to be spent. And I think in the right sense, women know how to manage money more than women. I think I learned that from Pastor Okonko PK. And also, it's nice talk about, can I use your property when we fight? And when I mean, that story was funny. The pastor, I mean, a man was telling the wife not to use the TV because they are not talking. Possessiveness during quarrels damage trust. That's why you criticize spouse who restricts access to joint own, I mean, assets. Even if you are the one that got the stock or both party, I mean, owns it. Once anything happens, you shouldn't deter or stop your your significant other from using the stuff. Then episode 90, disadvantage of financial individualism in marriage. Separate finance might seem practical, but it creates emotional distance, frequent quarrels, and reduced intimacy. Financial unity fosters trust and shared responsibility. Episode 91, disadvantage of which is the part two, the way you expand on how individualism, I mean, leads to power in imbalance, masculine domination, feminine insubordination, and spousal rivalry. Which financial unity is key to emotional and spiritual harmony. Then 92, which is the last one, which is talk about in everything give thanks. Like you don't say okay, because it's a duty. She has the right to cook for me. No, we should make it an habit to always say thank you to little or no. Something happened today after church. A friend of mine that got married said, "Okay, we want to go." Yeah, the wife was now saying, "Yeah, I will buy you food of 2K. So that should be okay for you." And the husband was like, 2K. So I say, you should say thank you first. In today, there are some wife that even is the father's day, the wife will still be telling the husband to buy them something. So you have someone that's going to buy you something of 2K, you should be happy. So I mean, it was just we are just joking, we are saying it, but that's actually the fact. Gratitude sustain marital peace. A personal story that you shared shows, I mean, that's how it should be. Say thank you should be an habit, something we should do on daily basis. Thank you, sir.
Wow, amazing. Another round of applause for Papi. That's amazing. A round of applause for. You're not clapping for him, or not saying your clap and top and clap. But he has a beautiful, fantastic story. The right approach to extend the family within it's not a question of quality, but what actually influences how much we give. It's about what is need. It should be need based. Except the economic situation is par and needs, except their needs are par. If the needs are par, then yeah, you can do some equal sharing and all of that. Essentially, it is need that determines because the two families already belong to the two of you. That's the understanding. The two families belong to the two of you. It's not a question of your family, my family. It's our family. So you are one now. So if if people on your husband's side, if they are more needy, you're not supposed to be cranky and be saying, I'm giving more money to your own people. I'm giving more money to your own people. No, it's not just his own people. They have not become your people also. Be the spouse and those extra miles to make it case for the people of your partner. Let it be that we cannot even recognize who is the direct child. All right? Let it be that we can't even recognize who the direct child of the family is. And that you take the issues of your in-laws personal and you're even the one advocating them before your spouse. What a beauty. What a joy it would be. Are we then? So it's about need, not a question of 50-50. Because, family backgrounds are not the same. Family backgrounds are not the same. And their needs are not the same. But there's might be one family that is seriously okay. And another family is very needy. So it is the way the need is that you will put more resources. Okay now. So let that take very important note of that as we're going to say. We really emphasize the importance of not neglecting our parents in the name of we have started our own family. There are some people who say that put your family first, whatever is left, send to your parents. You know what? Most of the time, nothing will be left. There's no time that you have, no matter what the salary is, that it will be, the money will be enough. The natural human reality is that the higher your income, the higher your wants, the higher your taste, so that most of the time, even if it's an income increase, let's not say they multiply your salary by 3, you'll be amazed that after a little while, it will still not be enough. After a little while, you realize that at the end of the month, I've totally used up the money again. Because if you used to manage a pan of fish before, by the time your salary is increased, pan fish will no longer be tasty in your mouth. You will not realize that what a terrible fish pan fish is. Uh, Before your salary was increased, it was such a great fish to you. You to enjoy it very much. But the moment your salary is multiplied by 3, you suddenly realize how terrible that fish is. And you no longer enjoy it. You want to go for something. That's how every aspect of your life adjusts, because something will tell you there's more money. And before you know it, money is not enough again. So the approach of saying that your nuclear family first, whatever is left, sent to your parents, most of the time, if you follow that approach, you realize that you're not sending anything. No. And if you are sending anything at all, you are sending leftovers. Sometimes beggars will not even collect from you. That's sending to your parents. You made it very clear that scripture where the Bible says a man that does not provide for his own home. That scripture that says anyone, sorry, not a man, anyone that does not provide for his own home, especially those of his own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel, was actually talking about extended family in the original context, was actually talking about extended family. So we can't, forget where we're coming from. So instead of saying, give your parents whatever is left, I'll tell you, we agree on what you give to them on a monthly basis. Agree on what you can afford to give to them on a monthly basis. Don't let it be ridiculous. Don't let it be ridiculous. So, but whatever you have agreed to, then you get your salary as you are removing your tithe or offering, remove their own and send. First, remove their own first. Remove their own first. It's very important. And one thing I've noticed is that if you give to your parents, they will love you. If you give to your in-laws, they will love you. All right. Is it that other people cannot hear me? Full of blessing saying she can't hear me. Is it that all of you cannot hear me too, or it's just her?
So we can hear you, but it's breaking, just like she said. So I'm trying to put your words together.
That sounds like Funke.
Yes, sir.
Yo, lo ń tẹ́ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jẹ́ Deborah. Boy,
That's my middle name, sir.
I know. I'm just pulling your legs. So, okay, so the network is not strong. All right. What did you hear last, Funke?
So you were talking about our parents, how that we should not give them leftovers, that we should plan to give them on a monthly basis after tithes. We should set aside their own first. And
Take it in.
how that they
God
love
bless
us more.
you.
Yes, when we do that, they will love us more.
Yeah. Take their own a first line charge. A first line charge is acceptable in the sight of God. Like we read in that 4 Timothy 5. Say all of you must learn how to repay your parents and grandparents for your upbringing. That's First Timothy 5. I think verse 8, 9, 10. You must learn how to repay your parents for your upbringing. He said, for this is good. and acceptable in the sight of God. Don't give your parents money to pastor. Don't give your parents money to church. No. Balance it. Giving to church, give to your parents. You shall give to your parents first. Are you with me now? It's because you are now a successful person. That's why church is running after you. No. That's why church is running after you, because you are not successful. You have a job. You're in a school, you have a certificate. That's why you are valuable in your church. And it is your parents that slaved to what you have become. And we saw a scripture where Jesus was reprimanding the Pharisees for encouraging members to bring a offering that is supposed to go to their parents, to bring it to church. How many of you saw that in the article? How many of you saw that in the article? Anybody? Um, Anybody? Matthew 3 to 6. Let's read it. Matthew chapter 15, verse 3 to 6. Funke, can you read for me? If you can read it in the Amplified, I'll be glad. Amplified version.
Okay. Matthew 15, 3 to 6. I'm trying to find the
Matthew
Amplified.
15, 3 to 6.
Network fair for me, Desha.
Matthew 15, 3 to 6.
Not loading.
Matthew 15, 3 to 6. But he answered
Yeah.
and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of God by your tradition? For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. Verse 5. But ye say, whosoever say to his father or to his mother, it's a gift, but whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me. Verse 6. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition.
Okay. Can you get in the Amplified? Okay, Esther.
To them, why also do you violate the commandment of God for the sake of your tradition, handed down by the elders? For God said through Moses, honor your father and mother, and he who speaks evil of or insults or treats improperly father or mother is to be put to death. But you say, if anyone says to his father or mother, whatever money or resource that I have that will help you is already dedicated and given to God, he is not to honor his father or his mother by helping them with their needs. So by this you have invalidated the word of God, depriving it of force and authority and making it of no effect for the sake of your tradition handed down by the elders.
Did you see what we just read now?
Mm.
Our Lord Jesus Christ, the owner of the church, the head of the church, said, don't give the money that you're supposed to give to help your parents need, don't give it to church. Don't give it to church. I know that some of you may attend churches whereby are always emphasizing the blessing of your pastor, the blessing of your pastor. Nobody talks about the blessing of your parents. They are always encouraging you to bring money to church, which is good, because we need. I also pastor a church and do a lot of ministry. We need money to run ministry, so bring money to church, please. However, not at the expense of your parents. No, the money that they deserve, don't bring it to church. Give them their due, and give them their due first. Don't give them leftovers. make them the first line, make their own the first line charge. And I said, if you do this, they will love you. It's one of the wisdom of peaceful relationship with your in-laws, with your parents and in-laws. If you are that family that's always giving to your parents on monthly basis, you can win a lot of peace for yourself because they will love you. Do you understand? They will love you. They will love you. They will love you. They will really, really appreciate you. So, and is blessed Ajayi on the line. Ajayi blessing she there? Ajayi blessing.
Yes, I'm here, sir. I'm here.
Okay, now wait. Ajayi blessing, don't go. Do you remember that 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, when these articles were written, you made a comment? Do you remember?
Yes, sir. I remember I made a comment, so I
Okay,
don't
now
think I can say it.
let me now share your comment. Your comment is in the book. By God's grace, we will publish the book before we'll publish the book. It is already June. We'll publish it before September. Even this your comment will be in that book permanently. So I have it.
Ah,
Everybody check the group. Check the WhatsApp group and let's see since comment. He made this comment 3 years ago when the articles were written originally. Oh yeah, blessing, read it. What you wrote and my response. Oh yeah.
okay, sir. Blessing Ajayi writes, this one entered my bone marrow. I used to think it until I am fully okay. God have mercy on me, oh. I didn't even know Jesus talked about it too. It's high time to unlearn what I've been doing before. Thank you, coach. Should I read
Yeah,
your
no.
reply, sir?
Read my reply.
Okay, coach replies. He said, when will you be fully okay? Is there a time when anyone gets fully okay? Money is never enough. Even when you start earning 500K a month, you know it that it will still not be enough because by then you would have immediately married, move into a more expensive neighborhood with the 3-bedroom flat, hall and suite, buy a car and start spending to maintain it, give birth to children, and then suddenly your salary is no longer enough again. Whatever you don't discipline yourself to do now, you won't be able to do even if your income were to triple what you currently have. Start somewhere, and the best time to start is now. And she replies, that is me. I let her now. Thank you, sir.
So blessing. I will call mommy at this call and find out whether the fact that you knew better, whether things changed 3 years ago. I'll
Okay,
call
sir.
mommy. Call mommy after this conversation. Thank God. If I have mommy's number, I'll call her and say, Mommy, I want to find out from you. As blessing in sending something to you. I remember me and you sat down in that, is it that lounge or open space, drinking this Chinese
Lounge.
we were drinking,
We're drinking Arabian tea.
radiant, and we were having this conversation.
Yes,
City of
sir, we did.
Abuja. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I hope you've been doing something. You've been doing something about it since that time. Yeah, I always remember your comment say things when I'm fully okay, and I was making there's no time when anybody gets fully okay because your expense will keep expanding. The more you have, the more you expand your life. You understand me? And so if you do not make it a decision, you will never be able to give your parents. You always have excuses. You'll be eating fat in your own house. Mama is in the village, or Papa is in the village, and Sometimes they are struggling, they are suffering. And sometimes this is where the rivalry and jealousy between mother-in-laws and daughters-in-laws come in. Mother-in-laws have slaves to raise their son. Let's assume that the son that is they have some money in the marriage, like the breadwinner or something. And then immediately after he started making money, when he didn't have money, he was in mama's house. Mama's soup, mama's meat, fish, mama's lady, they sent him to school. He didn't get a job after school. They are still feeding him until he was 5. Finally, at 35, he got a good job. And then, most of the time, the moment a guy gets a good job, he will leave his village and mama's house, rent a house, furnish the house, buy a car. And what is the next thing he does? He gets married to one beautiful American one. And then, we sit there inside Toyota Corolla 2010 with chilled AC and check myself. Mama, who sent this boy to school, who took care of this boy for 35 years, neglected, or they send her leftovers once in a while, and you think she will not be jealous of the daughter-in-law? You think she will not be jealous? And a few occasions when Mama from the village now visits our son in the city, then realize that when they want to eat the son's house, they will put this one meat, one fish, one more, and one steak per plate for everybody. One meat, one fish, one more, one steak per plate. And Mama is like, this is the way you guys are doing life here. In the village, we often don't even use meat to eat. You know that wherever this guy has come is a product. It's a product of their investment. And it could be vice versa. It could be a lady who was hosted at home all the time when she was broke, had nothing. And finally, she got a job, married the husband, and forgets home. The husband and kids that enjoy don't make investment to make their art to become what she has become. And it is unjust. I want all of you participating in this program. Don't repeat that thing. Don't do it, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. So don't do it. You want the mother-in-law to love you. Ladies, you're hearing me. And guys, you're hearing me. You want your in-laws to love you. Be pushing money to them. Push resources to them. On monthly basis. Go extra mile to do things for them. During December, buy the clothes, buy them, send it home. Buy stuff, send it home. Send them Christmas money. All will be giving to them. Just be sending money to them. And it will never be complete. It will never be that money has nothing else can do. That money has no other purpose. So it has to be a decision on your part. Has to be, make them priority. Make them priority and send money to them. Did you hear me, all of you? Did you hear me? Did you hear me, all of you? Don't neglect your friends. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you sow, you reap. It is wickedness. It is wickedness. They may not be able to talk. Many of them will not talk because they don't want to look like. But they are not happy deep down in their hearts. And it's not good, it's not fair. Beg you. Let's do that. But let's do that. Don't neglect your friends, okay? Give to them. Sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, be the one, daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, be the one rooting be the one rooting for your partner, for your, what am I saying, daughter-in-law, be the one even rooting for your in-laws with your husband to say, hey, my husband, have you sent something to mama? Have you sent something to papa this month? Ensure you send it now, now, now. You just got your salary, send it to them. Be the one rooting as a man. Don't be the one rooting for your in-laws. Be the one rooting. And don't let there be too many arguments. What are you arguing about? Or your sibling in-laws. They need something. Always have a positive attitude to giving to them. I pray for you all that you need, because when there's so much lack, some people are not stingy by nature. It's just that there's so much lack around their lives. They're not stingy by nature. It's just that they are not really stingy by nature. It's just that there's so much lack around their life. Pray for you in the name of Jesus, all that you need for to take care of yourself, your family, parents, your in-laws, your extended family. God will make it available for you in the name of Jesus Christ. Make it available for you in the name of Jesus Christ. Somebody's saying it there is my prayer. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, sir. We're still breaking, but I can hear you.
It's still so you don't even know why I do that. Everything that you need for your separate family and take care of your in-laws will provide yourself, and you don't hear that. Did you hear that? Amen. Amen. Okay. So now I want to open the floor for questions and contributions. We have fixed the financial wellness before. It's just this new area that now encompasses the extended family that we are needing to sort out especially. All right, the floor is open. The floor is open. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? You can't hear me again. Talk to me now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Oh,
Your line is breaking. I'm managing it, sir. So I want to ask a question, sir. For the first episode, that's 80, I think 86 or thereabout. I want to ask how did your wife feel, or how can you admonish, because that area of emptying each other's bank accounts or purses for each other, I've heard of it. There was a time I was listening to a program concerning that, and a lot of women were against it. There were a lot of women said never, they can never empty their bank accounts for their husbands. And there was an instance where the man was like, oh, the wife just comes to him at the end of the month and say, oh, my husband, take how much do you need? Take. And the husband will say, don't worry, if I need, I'll let you know. but a lot of women were against it. How can this culture, as much as I know that this is for children of God, how can this culture go around? How can we trust each other, especially when it's more the culture we have now is my money is my money and your money is our money. How do we balance that stuff? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your question. I would say that you must, we also dealt with the enemies of joint finance, if you remember. You see, when your wife knows that if she empties her account for you, the moment money comes into your hand, she will be resourced again. She will not be afraid. So it's about the track record that you must have set in the relationship up until that point. Just a moment, please. Hello? Yeah. Maybe you can hear me better. I'm now using my lapel mic. Now, so it's about the culture, the culture that you have set in that relationship until that time. That's what's going to determine what's going to be our attitude. So if your wife knows that if she empties her accounts for you, when you now get money, she's not going to get nothing from it. She will not even know that your money has come. And then you spend it alone, she'll be afraid to empty her account for you. Or if you are somebody that is not productive, that is to say, she feels that after she empties the account for you, there's no hope that anything can come through you. Then she may be afraid. So that's why I'm saying that all of these things it's like that adage that says that if you want to step on wet ground, you must pour water in front. So there are certain things that you must make a culture in your marriage that will make you to trust each other and not be afraid. So by the grace of God, my wife knows that, by the grace of God, she knows that if she empties her account, within a few days, by the grace of God, I will have money. It's like that. Within a few days, because I'm also a very productive person. Within a few days, I will have money again. And even if I don't have money again within a few days, we'll be eating, we'll be doing it together, managing together. But he knows that the moment money comes into my hand, he'll be aware, and I will transfer some back into account. So that's what happened on this occasion. A few days after I got resourced and I made some transfer from my account to account. It's not that she asked for it. I just put some money there so that she will also have something she can spend, uh, on her own. So it is all these principles of fairness that makes you to build that confidence in your woman, all right? Especially in your woman. The way you treat her, the way you take care of her, and the way you are open, the way you share your resources freely with her, and the fact that she has that confidence that you're a productive person. So if she has to empty her account, it's not as if after she now empty the account, everybody now becomes stranded, nobody's able to eat, nobody's able to move out, and all of that. And that goes on for the next 1 month, 2 months, that can make her more afraid. So maybe a productive person too, and you are also somebody who freely shares with her everything you have, there will be no big deal in emptying our account. Do you understand? And by the way,
what she's emptying the account for is a joint project. It's something both of you, both of you, something that will be a blessing to both of you, something both of you own, something that will propel the family forward. So, so it's not anything personal, it's not anything selfish. So under such circumstance, there'll be no big deal in releasing on. So I want to encourage all of you couples, develop good culture. Hmm? Don't abuse your partner. Don't manipulate them. Don't don't suffer them. Let me use that word. Don't suffer them. So when you lay those foundations, you can get to build a level of trust financially that will make you to empty your account for each other. Yeah. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes,
Hello, did
sir.
I answer
Thank
your
you so
question?
much, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have, sir. This second one I have, just today I was just chatting with someone and she said, oh, she got an advice from a married man that, oh, it is not advisable to
She
let
said
your
what?
spouse know how
I
much.
didn't hear you.
She said it's not advisable for you to let your spouse know how much you are earning because the man
Yeah.
yes, the man told her that for every time the wife asks for maybe financial assistance, the man will say, oh, he has some other commitment and might not be able to give 100% of what she asked for. And she'll be like, oh, but you are earning this amount. So why can't I get this amount? So at that point, the man stopped letting, even when he got promotion, he didn't let her know about it because she's always demanding and demanding. And the man was making her know that he has other commitments as well, but she keeps hammering that. But you are earning this amount. Why will you now tell me you don't have? So he stops telling her about how much he's earning at the moment. Is that advisable, sir?
No, not at all. That's not a correct Christian home. That's not the pattern of a Christian home. It shows from that, from what you have just described, it shows that both of them are not running financial oneness. Or else, she herself will know all the commitments the man has. A correct Christian couple have ongoing, continuous, periodic conversations about their finances, what they need to do, what they have to do. And there are commitments that are monthly that both of you will know that you have this monthly commitment. So nobody will be in the dark as to where money is going. And periodically you have those conversations in your room. House. Okay, yeah, baby, I'm going to tomorrow. Somebody's going to pay me ₦1 million for a job. And sometimes when you say that, the woman will jump and say, okay, okay, oh. And so yeah, I need this, I need that, we need this, we need that. Okay, yes, I know that we need this, but there's some urgent things also on this side that we need to do. Our mind may not be averted to those things. The both of you will discuss. All right, okay. So how do we do it? Which of the urgent ones here can we do? Okay, which one can we accommodate from what you just raised? And then you discuss it. So a correct couple must constantly have conversation about their finances and all that they think they need to do. There are some marriages where you, if you have, if you are both salary earners and you know what is the total income coming into the family in a month, that from the beginning of the month you would sit down together to budget how do you spend the money, so nobody's in the dark. In my own case, in our own family, the reality in our own family doesn't follow that because my wife is a salary earner, but I am not. So there's no way we can accurately predict what our income in a month will be. So as the money is coming, I discuss with her. Okay, somebody is going to pay this social amount. I earn this social amount. And then we discuss which is the most urgent thing we need to use it for. But those who are even salary earners are able to predict what is the total income that will come into their family in a month. And many will even budget together. Correct Christian homes We sit down and do the budgeting together. This is how much we are using on food. This is how much we are using setting aside in the rent account. This is how much we are using to service the loans. This is how much we are using for school fees. This is how much we are putting into investment. They will discuss it together. That's the way it should be. So that man that wants to hide his income from the wife will constantly be having more, he will even be having more problem, because the wife may even think he's earning than he's actually earning. And anger will not stop by simply withholding the information of how much he earns. That will not solve the problem. It will compound it, because she may even be thinking he's earning more than he's actually earning. And so our expectations will be so high, and she'll be frustrated if they are not met. The best thing for proper Christian couples, you are open about your income, and both of you. I even know husbands that immediately they get their salary, they transfer the money to their wife. They just take a little, transfer the money to their wife and say, "Madam, be administering it. How do you want us to spend it?" Yes. I sat down one day with a man. He's a Christian, he's a pastor, who told me he did that for years in his family, because he believed that his wife is a better manager of resources. Immediately he gets his salary, he drops the money, and the wife is the one that is administering it. So he goes to collect his monthly pocket money from the wife. There's a monthly pocket money that he gets from the wife. So is he that will go and meet the wife and say, "Please give me my pocket money for this week," and then she will give him, total transparency. So that kind of wife cannot say, "We don't even know where money is going in this house. We don't even know what we are using money to do in this house." Madam, you're not the one administering the money. So you know where money is going. Do you understand? So that's not a good example. What the example you cited is not a good example. What I just shared is the way to go. Thank you. Any other question? Any other question, please? Any other question? Okay. Okay. I think there are no more questions. We are all good to go. Okay. So if we're good to go, then we will be moving now to the final segment the the lessons. We're going to take a final shot at in-law relationship again, but of course this time we will be bringing in dynamics that are a little bit wider than the dynamics in courtship. All right, so we're going to be bringing in dynamics a little bit different from the dynamics in courtship. So we'll take a final shot again at in-law relationship, and then that will be it. So I think we are on episode 92 to 102. That's just 10 episodes. We can take that this week. And if we take this week, it means that next week Sunday, we'll be coming to the end of this course of the training, the end of the curriculum. Is anybody screaming? Is anybody shouting? Is anybody celebrating? Say, wow, 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 wow. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. We're coming to the end of it. Yeah. So that means that how many Sundays do we have left in June? Let me see. Okay, we have 2 more Sundays. That'd be beautiful. So next week most likely will be our when we finish the curriculum, and then the 29th of June will be the closing ceremony. Oh, I wish that we can have a physical closing ceremony. I just wish so. During the first set, we did a grand finale and closing ceremony, closing party, and we We did branded shirts and all of that, and it was good. Those of you who have not gone through your episode, even after this class ends, even after this course ends, your own has not ended. Just know. Thank God, that's why we have privatized WhatsApp groups. Everybody must finish the curriculum, even if you are behind. Okay. So this week we take a shot at in-law relationship, which is the final. So I'm going to share with you episodes episodes 93 to 102, and that will be the end of the 6 months, the 2025 LST Couples and Courtship Marriage Mentorship Program. That'll be the end of it until, and then we now do graduation. When do graduation? By the way, we like to celebrate our brother Babalola Oluwasegun and Babalola Oluwasegun, and let me remember the name of the sister now. Babalola Oluwasegun and the fiancé. They did their court wedding like 2 weeks ago. They just told me their court wedding 2 weeks ago. Congratulations to you. Hey. Yeah, we celebrate with you. Their wedding is coming up in 2 weeks' time. I hope we are all invited.
Thank you, sir. Everybody is invited.
Oh, yeah, now. Shebi is holding in Ibadan, yeah. Abidemi Akintunde,
Yes, sir.
yeah. He's holding in Ibadan, Opel. So make we count your price. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, so now we're gonna take uh, the final shot. So which is in-law relationship. I'm trying to send it to you already. So I know that we're coming next week for the final class. Wow. My God, my God, my God. Glory. We're coming next week for the final class. Then upper week will be the closing ceremony. And I don't know how we're going to do our closing ceremony. All of you will come in your traditional attire, and then we're going to take pictures. I don't know. We'll set up closing ceremony committee. I don't know how we're going to do the virtual closing ceremony. God will help us. All right. So I just forwarded the final set. And you guys were intimidated when I told you that I have episode 1 to 103. You were going to say, yeah, they want to kill us. Now again, see that we have done it now. Done and dusted. Okafor, the Okafors in waiting. They have already done their own in-law. They have submitted it already. So they are ready for closing ceremony. I think they've done it. Episode 93 to 10. See? So is it up to 105? Which one?
Yeah, counting all the ones collectively, they're up to 105. Yeah.
All the what?
So counting all the orders, we're using the PDF you sent earlier.
What's up? I had a good fight of faith. Cleaning and cleaving. Okay. Let me see that PDF. Let me see that PDF. All of you who have not completed this course, don't think when we now do grand finale, graduation, you are not done. No, you are not done. Finish it for your own good. Finish it. If you don't finish it, it will teach you later Blessing, be laughing there. Be laughing there. Finished it. I'm sure you finished it. Well, whatever you don't yet know, you don't yet know. And sometimes some of you bring quarrels to me to resolve. And many times I would ask and say, have you listened to August? He said, no. I say, it's showing. Whatever you have not taken, whatever you have studied in this course, it will show. It will show in your relationship. So please don't deceive yourself. And just help out to get done. Even though you know you are not really done. Please don't deceive yourself. Let us see. Yeah, because Wisdom, can you send me the PDF for this the group? Can you help me send it to the group now?
Okay.
Send it to the group. So please send it to the group. Let me, I just want to be sure that in this raw copy that I've sent, I don't need only send it. Yeah, did you get it?
I'm about to send it now.
All right. Anyway, when anyway, I'm going to check to be sure that we have not left anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that
No.
note, okay, just send it to February. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you especially. I want to thank you very much for the wonderful time we share together. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I added extra some extra episodes to the PDF. Oh yes. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Episode the complexity, connecting your in-law, actually the mark of true love. So okay. Let's see. Which one is missing? Okay. Love and living and cleaving practice is not easy. Okay. All right. I think wisdom. You wrote episode 101. I was wondering where did you get 104 from? Anyway. So anyway. Okay. So well, I think you have the raw articles and you also have the PDF. You can walk through it and see which one is on the best for you. So I want to thank all of you very much for the time we spent together. I hope that it's been a great uh, in our conversation. And by the grace of God, for coming next week, I cannot, it's not more exacting than to say, podcast of LSTCC 2026. Wow.
when people are falling away on the way, and they are falling away on the way, but you guys have come this fast. I God for you. So we'll see you again next week. Then your assignment, if you have any assignment that you have not finished, please ensure to submit your outstanding assignment and report. So I come your way in next week. Let's look forward. Let your garment always white. Live joyfully with the work that the Lord, for that is your best reward. Live joyfully with the husband, the fear of your lips, for that is your best reward for your neighbor. Under the sun. Love you all. God bless you. Yeah, thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are fathers or fathers to be. God bless you. Take care. Good night.